Hey moms and dads, Pastor John here. This is the vlog for May 2nd and 3rd. Just so you're aware, looks like weather's going to be great next week, so we will plan to be up in the rink. A little word if your kids came back home this week and said, hey, we didn't do anything fun. We did take up our game time this last week preparing prayer cards for each of our students that were here. And then we took their picture, and what we're going to do with those is we're going to put the picture on the prayer card, and then we're going to hand those pictures to our seniors. This church, First Baptist Church and Redeemer City Church, we're a multi-generational church. And we did this prayer card thing because we don't want to just be a multi-generational church in how we look from the outside. We want to be a multi-generational church that actually interacts across those generational lines. I had the opportunity and the privilege to speak to our seniors a week ago, and one thing that I really stressed with them is that, hey, this is an opportunity for our seniors to be praying for our students, and so what we're hoping is that through this little process that we did, through these prayer cards, the seniors will take them at their next luncheon, and they will be praying for your students. And hopefully they'll even take the opportunity when they see your students in the foyer to say hi, to say that they're praying for them. We added a question of, do they drink coffee, yes or no? And if yes, then what kind? If no, what kind of drink do they like? We also put on the card what was their favorite type of ice cream. And who knows? Maybe this will actually encourage some more cross-generational interaction. So that was what we did last week. This next week we'll definitely be playing. We'll definitely be, unless it's raining, be outside enjoying God's goodness. And that's what's going on. In this, we just came through the book of James last week, or week before last, and then we have a bit of a gap between the end of James and when our interns begin to teach for the summer. And so what I've decided to do in the interim is I've picked different topics that our students or kids that are our students' age struggle with. So this last week we talked about depression and what that means and what the Bible says about that. This next week we're going to be talking again about the tongue and about lying and gossip, and hoping to deal with these topics, these issues, in a godly and biblical way. So that's what's going to be coming up. We do plan to talk about, in senior high, we do plan to talk about drugs. We plan to talk about the internet, safety, and wisdom in using that. And then in junior high, we talked this last week about having idols in our lives, what that meant. And this next week, we will be talking about lying and gossip, just like the senior high, because I believe both of the groups of kids that we have, junior high and senior high, struggle with that. In future events, we don't have a special event planned for May, but we do have two in June. Our first special event in June is June 4th. That is our glow-in-the-dark dodgeball tournament. That is an outreach event. The whole thing was designed around sharing the gospel with kids who don't come to church. So we're expecting a large turnout. But what I've challenged both the junior high and senior high kids to is that their teams, they're supposed to be teams of 6. At least one person on each team should be somebody that is non-churched. And so hopefully we'll have a lot of teams. We're going to invite some other churches, but hopefully that whole thing will bring out a lot of unchurched people. And then one of our interns, they'll have just started, but one of them is going to share the gospel with our kids and with their friends. And so that's coming up June 4th. And then June 17th is our, it's June 17th, sorry, is Wonder Jam. Wonder Jam is down at Wonderland. It's the big Christian music festival. We are only going to get 40 tickets this year. So I'm buying 2 blocks of 20. We're going to take 40 people as part of our discounted rate. So how that works is if you do not have a season's pass, and you're one of the first 40 people that comes to me with $45, that secures your spot on the bus and into the park. And then if you do have a season's pass, you can still come with us. It is actually cheaper for you to go buy your ticket online and then to pay me $10 to ride the bus. I think those tickets are $28 if you have a season's pass. So the extra $10 really brings it up to $38. It saves you a few dollars over our costs. So that's how we're going to run it this year. There's 40 tickets available. I think 8 have already been claimed. I'm not holding any tickets. You just need to bring a check or cash with me. If you do bring a check, remember that June 1st starts our new fiscal year, so we won't actually deposit the check until June 1st. That way we keep all the money separate for the different events that we do. Anyway, that's what's coming up. That's what's going on. Be looking ahead this summer. We're going to have make sure your students are anticipating volunteering for our VBS program, and then we also have a camping trip at the end of the VBS program in the beginning of August. So be looking for those things. Details will be coming out soon. Anyway, you guys have a great week. Love you, and I'm praying for you. Bye-bye.